fresh off the press. There you go. There you go. Nah, that's official. So,
Take the fan with the Brooklyn. Oh, wait, start over.
I'll edit it. I'll edit it.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting the score next. My J is all net, me and Jay just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Miss you, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses. I can score with both hands, midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too, and when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a FanDuel. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel. BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN, BROOKLYN.
Establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing that it's your identity.
Yo, it's Big Fan Precinct with the Brooklyn Nets vlog. Shout out to everybody in the chat. That's Orange Spiegel, that's Lecky T, that's Leaf Diggy, that's Players for Keeps 20. Orange Spiegel, a moderator on his page, he said we should give Derek Queen some love and consideration today. He is DeMarcus Cousins. Okay. We can get to that. We can definitely get to that. I've been seeing a lot of stuff in the offseason for the Nets, you know what I'm saying? DeMarcus Cousins, he came in the league and he was tough. I don't know if he could put up the same numbers DeMarcus Cousins put up in his rookie year. DeMarcus Cousins' rookie year was probably like, what, 20 and 10? His first 3 years had to be like 20 and 8, 20 and 10, 20 and 12. You see that? You see that? His rookie year, I was exaggerating. His rookie year, he was 14 and 8. Then the next year, he was 18 and 11. Wow. Yeah, man, he was getting busy on Sacramento Kings. You see that in Derek Queen, Orange Spiegel? See that? I don't know. Call him talking his shit. He said, "Yo, man, why you be on late for like that, man? Listen, man, bro. At the end of the day, we don't be wrong about the Knicks. You be thinking that we be hating or Leaf be hating. We don't be wrong about them a lot of the times. You know what I mean? But shout out to Orange Spiegel. He said, nice one, I respect it. I didn't think the Knicks was going to get swept. It's kind of crazy. I see what happened with the Wolves. I ain't do the recap last night. Wow, I was tired. Wow. But yeah, man, we're gonna get to the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. It's all good, man. I ain't got much to say, you know. All I could say is they're gonna have to win like that every time. The Knicks, they can't rely only on Brunson to carry. You rely on Brunson to carry. Brunson gonna put up his numbers, but they're gonna lose if he don't get no solid help. Oh man, I was just about to throw the link in the chat. I'm not trying to hear that shit. Not trying to hear the Knicks fitting to win the next 3 games. I'm not checking that shit. I'm not trying to hear that shit. I'm really not, man. To say that they probably wanted to you know what I'm saying, for it to continue for the money and the ratings and all that, I guess. I don't really want to knock that, but 3 games straight, them just beating the Pacers 4-2 because they won 4 games straight. I don't see that shit happening. That's a nasty take. Excuse me. They don't take the liking to it. Lawrence Spiegel, he said, but Adam Silver generates good playoff games this season. I guess. I mean, I want to see if you're supposed to lose, then lose. So we could, you know what I mean? Get to the finals and get to what the fans really want to see. But sometimes teams do fight back and they compete. Sometimes teams do get complacent and too comfortable because they up 2-0. But a lot of teams, the record is crazy. I'm gonna pull up that record for y'all, the percentage wise, because we had that record. When the team go up 2-0, they usually win the series. You can win the series after being down 2-0, but the percentages is crazy. I'm gonna find it right now. Winning playoff series after being down 0-2. Okay. 7 point. Let me show y'all this. Because you got fans, you know what I mean? Knicks fans that say we hating. We not hating. Look, 7.3%, approximately 7.3%. The percentage of NBA teams that come back from being down 2-0 in a playoff series is approximately 7.3%. However, when a team goes up 2-0, they are likely to win the series 92.6% of the time. So it's not set in stone. It's not all the way 100. 92% out of 100 is a lot of times. Look, NBA teams that recover from a 0-2 deficit in playoffs. We talk about the Knicks and the Wolves. We're not just talking about the Knicks. We're talking about the Knicks and the Wolves. 2024. Oh, shit. The Pacers won 4-3, recovered from a 0-2 deficit versus the Knicks. That's wild. That happened to the Knicks last season. I didn't remember that. I got to do better on my trolling. 2023 Warriors won 4-3, recovered from a 0-2 deficit versus the Kings. Y'all saying this? Oh, y'all not saying this. My bad. Yeah, my fault. I got y'all right now, though. I want y'all to see. I know y'all listening, but I want y'all to see it. Look, Mavericks, 2022 Mavericks won 4-3, recovered from 0-2 deficit versus Suns. The point is this. It's not. Oh, and that was in the finals. Wow. The point is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 10 examples of it. It's only 10 examples of it, yeah. See? We number 29, 2021, Bucks won 4-3, recovered from 0-2 deficit versus the Nets. See? I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying it cannot happen. We've seen it happen. But the odds is again just 10 times it happened versus, man, a lot of times that it didn't happen. There's only 34 examples out of 465. That's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, nah, he dope. He dope. Yeah, Derek Queen is nice. I was saying that I'm about to throw the link in the chat for Leaf right now. But I was saying that Derek Queen because Shorty Fernandez, he, he seen that in the Sabonis, he seen that in the Jokic, the mobile part. Shot super well in his mobile. He really creates his own shot like a Sabonis or Jokic. He's like that kind of player. He's like a Sabonis and Jokic. And Jordy Fernandez was an assistant coach for seeing Jokic just shy of his MVP years, and seeing Sabonis doing what he did in Sacramento. But yeah, these are the odds, man. Just want to try to see the odds, see what's going on. How's my volume? How's my vocals? I got a new headphone. It's to improve the sound quality. If they don't improve the sound quality, I want my money back. That's a whole fact. Let me get these headphones. There's some ones in the chat. If the sound quality good. If it sound different, sound better. Word. Sound the same? Damn. Alright. Yeah, I might take these back, try to get a new headphones. Serious. Talking about it sound the same. This shit supposed to be immaculate right now. That's right. Word. Seeing a bunch of wild shit on Facebook. They're talking about Trey Young to the Nets. That don't make no sense. I totally disagree with that. Word. So let me see. Let me see. Yo, what up, Leaf?
Yeah, what's good, bro?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Just trying to work these new headphones. I got the headphone part to work, but the mic, how the mic sound? It sound like I'm still speaking on a laptop.
Nah, it should sound perfect. Actually, it sound
Oh, it's
perfect.
all right. That's good. Yeah. Thank you. But yeah, man, talk to me, man. You see what's going on, man. Pacers lost tonight. Talk to us, man.
I mean, I had a feeling it was gonna happen. The lead that they had, it looked substantial in the first half. What I didn't understand is how the Pacers didn't continue to hunt the mismatches and look for Brunson and Cat because they both in foul trouble early, so they should have continued to do that. Um, the referees had a different game plan, bro, tonight because I kind of knew the Knicks was gonna get whatever the hell they wanted in the second half. I had called it. Third quarter, bro. I kind of blanked out, bro. Went to the bathroom, came back. The Knicks was down by two. So
Crazy.
yeah, it's wild. So I mean, I
Hold
already
on. What
said.
about? No, just before we go to other comments, Oren wanted you to address this comment. So
Oh yeah. He definitely, yeah, he's definitely capable of doing. Derek Queen offensively is the arguably probably the most skilled big in this draft, probably outside of maybe Danny Wolf. I think Danny Wolf, Kamal Malawak is a raw prospect right now, but him But Derek Queen could definitely he definitely knows how to get a lot of money 1-on-1. At his size, bro. Like, I mean, I mean, he's kind of labeled an undersized six, undersized five, but he's gonna play five anyway, man, because of his movement and
Yeah,
everything, because his build. So, I mean, he definitely know how to
but
get
to
to
me,
that.
he's like a BPA player. He's like a best player available. Yeah, I'm picking Derek Queen for sure, but I ain't picking him over Fizz. I mean, I'm picking him for sure, but I'm not even. I'm picking. I probably pick Queen before Malawat. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a toss up. I think the toss up is just between Queen and Malawat. But if I had to choose, I'd probably go with Malawat. He probably got more upside, I guess, as they like to call it. But it's hard to it's easy to debate that shit though, bro. But I'm only showing Fizz, man. I'm only showing him. That's the only player that I'm not really taking no debates, man. I'm just that's the player that I want on the team too, for real. So we'll see.
That's a fact. So, I mean, if Fizz is off the board, bro, then and Queen is dead, and I'm going on Queen. If from what I'm hearing, but like I don't want to even speak no speculation no more. I just want to wait to the draft. To be honest with you. Like I'm not even gonna speak it into existence no more. I know I want. I'm keeping that shit to myself.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. What about the what up hold on. What about the Western Conference with AMA? See they
That
went
was
they went
another that was another that was another one of those Adam Silver came up in the locker room, came up in OKC locker room, tapped him on the shoulder, tell him like, "Yo, we got to make this shit interesting because we need some bread." There's no way I believe that the Minnesota Timberwolves is 40 points better than OKC, bro. There's no way. Um, Half of that game was just looking like OKC was just taking their foot all the way off the gas, bro. They put the car in park, bro. Like basically, they just said, you know what? Let's just give these niggas a game. Da, da, da. I expect OKC and Indiana to win the next games, but I won't be surprised if they don't. But I mean, it's the conference finals, bro. Like a lot of people need more content and more basketball to talk about. I mean, like what today is the 20 what fourth or 25th right now, but and the finals don't start
26.
to and the finals don't start to next Thursday. So if these series end this week, then that means you a week without basketball, and I don't think that I'm not sure if the NBA is going to really run with that, bro. So I mean, if
Yeah,
these
nah. See that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like to agree with some of the conspiracy shit you saying, but that part, the business side of it, I get that part. Like because the thing is it's like I the fans are gonna tune in regardless. Even with us being upset about it, yeah, we wanted to see the Knicks lose. Fans like us still gonna buy in. We still gonna watch the next game. We ain't gonna be that upset. But to your point, as of now, it's every day with basketball. There's a game every day. It is tomorrow. There's a game. The only time there is a gap for real is when it's the finals. It is what it is with the finals. Like it's going to be a gap. It's going to be 2 day gap. It's never bigger than 2 days though. So I give the NBA that. It's never bigger than 2 days. I think fans would be all right with 2 days between the finals. I ain't hurting that bad. I don't need this Pacers series to go 7. I'll be okay. If they beat the Knicks in 5, I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? If the Wolves win in, I don't think the Wolves gonna win. From what I'm saying, nah. And then doing what they did, it's just too much of what you said. It's too lopsided. And like, come on, man. It's like
that's
they gave
yeah,
them the game, man.
that's a fact, bro. Like there's no way that I believe that. I mean, everybody want to go back to the first round when Memphis was up 40 on OKC in that game 3 and whatever, this, that, and the third. And what's crazy about it, if you look at that game on paper, I thought Memphis matchup for matchup had what it took to actually beat OKC in the 7 game series, but John Moran had got hurt and then that shit went wide left. So realistically, bro, like do I think that Minnesota have everything to beat OKC in the 7 game series? Hell no. Do I think that they was that they are legitimately 40 points better than the team that they played yesterday in that game? Hell no, absolutely not. So I mean, obviously we all know what's going on. I won't listen. I was looking for two sweeps, because there's other basketball going on. It's called the WNBA. For a lot of people that's not tuning in and watching, the New York Liberty is 3-0 to start the season. The defending championship of New York Liberty is 3-0 to start the season, and Angel Reese is going through her struggles right now because Chicago ain't win a game, but it's other basketball going on other than the NBA, man. I'm tired of this season. I want this shit over with.
Yeah, yeah, no,
That's
I'm right here, my fault. Yo, shout to Easy in the chat. So what he's yo, hold on. Easy Kev, you might get timed out if you disagree with Leaf. That's funny. Hold on, Leaf. Let's talk about this because you're a moderator on this page. So people have been saying you've been using your powers unfairly, man. You just be timing people out all willy nilly, man. What's going on, Leaf? Talk to me, man.
I'm
You
definitely
abusing your
gatekeeping.
moderator power?
I'm not abusing it, but I'm definitely gatekeeping, bro. If I don't like some shit that's being said in the chat, bro, like I'm not really for I'm no longer arguing with niggas no more, bro. Like I'm not at that. But unless it's
Easy said
basketball.
you already got timed out. Hold on, you timed out Easy?
No, I didn't time out easy.
Okay, okay.
I never timed out easy. No, no. I timed out a couple of people, but I never timed out easy. But the people that I do time out, I'm as long as everybody like I could have an argument and yell all day if it's about basketball and we keeping it in the parameters. But like once you start making more and more the topic of discussion about me, then I'm like, nah, I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. You went through some wild internet shit, so you nipping it in the bud makes sense. You know what I mean? I'd rather it this way than the other way around, where you feed into that kind of thing. You know what I mean? But easy, come on, man. That's not fair to say. Come on, man. It's not about that. The inflammatory comments. You know what I mean. Somebody has to moderate the situation. You know what I mean. That's what the moderators are there for. You know what I'm saying. Like you can't. Certain comments are very inflammatory. If you do say an inflammatory comment, you have to have some kind of validity to it. You know, you can't just be stirring the pot. You know, causing chaos among the panel, distracting the chat, you know, with you know what I mean, just content with no validity to it. You know, you might have to debate the point that you said, the things that you said. You're gonna have to back those things. That's all. You know, if you could back what you say, then you know what I'm saying. You ain't gonna get timed out. I ain't gonna time you out. Ain't nobody gonna time you out. I promise. Ain't nobody gonna. Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just think OKC the better team in the West. I think the Pacers is the better team in the East. I think that's the finals, man. But what you think? What you think?
I think that should very well be the finals. I mean, if you look at the only team I think that could challenge OKC and give them a run for their money in the 7 game series right now is Indiana. Just getting down to the parameters of how they function their offense. Um, OKC won't be able to double team anybody. They have to run mostly man to man, so they won't have to funnel switches, bro. Because how Indiana runs their offense, they basically run shadow screens all day. They don't they hunting mismatches all day. They looking for the weakest defender on the court because when they play a 5 out, everybody could dribble drive and take the ball from the 3 point line and go and get to their spots and get a money shot from Nimhard to Neesmith to Miles Turner to everybody basically. TJ McConnell was killing in the first half, then they went away from him, bro. Like, but and then you got the guards on a team that could really pressure the ball. You got athletes that could really get after it defensively. TJ McConnell, you got Nimhart, who we wanted last year. We talked about Neesmith, who's done a great job in this series so far. Obi Toppin, who actually was getting fronted by a Knicks fan after the game 2 win, and he told him to pull up, man. Like he wasn't about no drama. So I mean, Indiana is the best bet to me, like on paper, but we got to see what they look like on the court.
Nah, that's all facts. Um, I just wanted, since it's just us here, man, I just kind of wanted to study the teams just to say that we shouldn't panic. You know, the top team, the top player on the East, on OKC, and the top player on the Pacers, the top player on the Knicks, they're not number one draft picks. They're not top three draft picks. So I'm saying all that to say we can still get talent. And another thing I wanted to say is if the Pacers win it, wouldn't Miles Turner's story be similar to Paul Pierce's story?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, for being
Because
there for what,
Paul Pierce was with the Celtics before how long before KG, Ray Allen, and them came? Like how long? For a
10 years,
minute, right?
10 years,
10, 10 years. And how long Miles Turner was there before they got to the Eastern Conference Finals? About eight.
about going on 7 to 8 years. I think he got drafted in 2016. I want to say 2016, somewhere around there. So if I
So
might be wrong about it. 2015, about 8 or 9 years, so close.
what I wanted to say is I gotta give respect to the Pacers for holding on to Miles Turner. Like he's always been in trade conversations. He was always on the brink of a trade. Yada yada whoop de whoop. But they never traded him. He's the longest tenured Pacer, and it just goes to show that you know what I'm saying, they invested in him as a player, and it's just good to see a franchise do that. I forget his draft pick, but I think he's pretty hot. Excuse me, Miles Turner. I like his story, man, with the Pacers. He's been there for like 10 years. Let me check.
Like close to 10 years. Yeah, I want to say.
I want
I
to
want to
see.
say
You remember when they drafted him? Well, he was like 11th pick.
about 11. Yeah, I think about the 11th pick. It was at a point. It was at a point in his career where he was being looked at. He got a lot of labels on him, like the soft label, and like yo, he ain't ready for this, and things like that. This, that, and the third. Now that they found a spot for him to be on a team and be on a complete team and actually make the team work, man. You're not hearing too much of that. But I mean, as an individual player, he always got his knocks in the media and by people that talked about him. But he stayed the course, man. I mean, and kept playing his game, so can't argue with
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, he was drafted number 11 by the Pacers, and you know teams don't usually keep the 11th pick a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like they just be going from team to team. It is what it is. So I just think that's interesting. I never really seen a team keep a 11th pick for that much long. He was in the same draft as Cat, so he was in the draft with Cat, D'Lo. Cat went one. D'Lo. Let me pull it up. Let me pull the graphics up. But yeah, I'm just interested because he's been in that one team for a long time. I don't even know. Besides Giannis and Curry, he might be the third player that been with one team for a long time. Like, yeah, word.
Yeah, I think
Middleton just
so.
got traded. Middleton just got traded. See, some of these guys out the league too. He was in the same draft as Cat, Russell, Jaleel Okafor, Porzingis, uh, Willie Collinstein, if you want to count him. Devin
I think that
Booker.
was 2016. It's going on 9 years. So
Yeah,
this year,
2015. I think it's 2015. 2015 draft.
2015.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. This draft is alright. Rondé Hollis, Jefferson, Bobby Portis, Tyus Jones. I remember him. Hey, he alright. Looney, Larry Nance Jr. If you want to count him. Terry Rozier, Kelly Oubre. This draft was alright. Wasn't bad. But yeah, he holding his own. Out of all of these other players, all of them besides Devin Booker, Miles Turner and Devin Booker, all on everybody else on different teams.
yeah. Just note a couple of things about that draft. Norman Powell was picked in the second round.
Okay, but
I know.
he was on one team too.
Norman Powell, I think was on Toronto. And then he went to
Milwaukee
and
drafted him.
yeah, yeah. I think well, he was on. I don't think he ever played for Milwaukee though, but he was mostly with Toronto with that first championship that they got, and recently now we know he with the Clippers.
More.
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell, he was dope when he was in the league, man. Good, solid at 6 man.
Yeah,
Um,
I remember him.
yeah. Um, those are 2 second round picks. Kevon Looney got picked late in the first by the Warriors, man. Well, we know what he could do. Larry Nance got picked late in the first round by the Lakers.
It goes to show too, like the average life of a player in the NBA. All of them not in the NBA. Out of those 60 players, all of them are not in the NBA, bro. Not after 10 years.
No,
After
no. I
10
mean,
years,
well,
maybe
yeah.
half is in the NBA.
Well, that's how the draft goes. I mean, like, if anything, a lot of these players would be lucky to play a year in the NBA. They like it's not. 60 players get drafted every year. This again, that's almost a guarantee. 59 to 60 players get drafted every year. How many stays for the long term? That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at names that got 10 years next to it. You got Kelly Oubre, Cameron Payne, Devin Booker, Trey Lyles, Miles Turner, like, and what was it? Porzingis got 9 years. He's still in the league. Towns, D'Lo. Um, you look at some of these guys, Larry Nance, Kevon Looney. Rashawn Holmes is still in the league. Josh Richardson, Pat Connaughton got picked in the second round. Norman Powell got picked in the second round. So out of
Yeah,
60 guys, bro, you looking at maybe 1/4, 1/8 of the 60 that's probably still gonna be in the league after 5, 10 years.
yeah. They said 4 years is the average life of an NBA player. I believe it's true. I believe it's true.
I would bump it up to 5 now because like I
Jump
mean
shooting. Yeah, because of the jump shooting.
it's different. Yeah, it's different. It's different stuff that'll keep you in the league. You know what I'm saying? With the like just in terms of skill sets, but the players that they keep in terms of like each draft, I would say roughly 15 players was stick around for about depending on the draft, like on average, 15 players would stick around for about 5, 10 years. The other everybody else would probably be gone by within those 10 years. So.
Nah, that's a fact. I was surprised. Timothy Luwawu still was on the team. I don't know if you remember Timothy Luwawu.
Oh yeah, how could I not? How could I forget him? Oh my God, man! Don't talk to me about this
he,
dude.
he was on Atlanta last season.
Wow! Oh my God,
That was dude
that was
name, yo.
another complete waste of time.
Him and Shamit. Shamit, he played for the Knicks.
Landry
Like some of
Shamet,
these,
yeah.
you know who I wasn't surprised who came out the league. Alan Crabb. I was like, yo, I don't see who the hell gonna put him on the team. Like that shit's crazy,
The
man.
Nets.
Yeah, no. After what he did on our team,
Yeah,
like nobody
yeah.
picked him up like that.
After he robbed us, bro, with a sport, bro. Like, good
Yeah, man. Where
God.
you at, Alan Crabb? You know what I'm saying? Where you at after you did us bad like that? You know what I'm saying? You
I'm,
probably don't play for nobody.
I don't even know if he. I don't even know if he where Rondé Hollis Jefferson is. Rondé Hollis Jefferson's overseas. He looking like Kobe. I ain't gonna lie
I
to you,
seen that.
but
Or yeah, he was very Kobe-esque. I seen him playing. I was like, damn, he do look like Kobe. I can't hold you.
yeah, he got the whole Kobe season, and everything, the sleeve, all of that overseas, bro. Like he just going overseas telling people he Kobe, and they know he ain't. So I'm like, but he playing like it, man. So, but shout out to him. But Pat Bev was on playback the other night on Players Choice. He was talking about the things that you had to do when coming out of college as opposed to coming out of college into the NBA because you might have been a scorer in college and high school, and then you get to the NBA, and then you get to a team where they paying a dude $30 million to do the shit that you was good at in high school. Then you got to switch up your whole body. He talked about how he had to switch up his whole body. He went from like 205 pounds, and then he had to lower it down, but still had to maintain his muscle. Had to wire his body different. Had to learn basically a different trade in the NBA. Learn how to be a specialist. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, Now, I had seen that somewhere else. He was saying the same thing, but it was on his podcast, and that's the part of the professional part. You gotta be a professional. Or
Right.
I seen he was a straight bucket in high school.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In Chicago, bro. Oh yeah. He was. He might have been one of the most unstoppable players during that time, bro. And when he was in high school, bro. Like he was averaging like 30 something in high school. Then he got to Alabama. He was averaging like 20 something. I want to say, and then he was a SEC defensive player, one of the SEC top players of his class. And
His
then
story is yeah, no, his story is interesting. Did you heard the way he was talking about how he bought his way into the NBA or something like that?
yeah, he did. He did because he didn't get drafted, and him and his he was living at his mom's house. He was living with his mom's, and then he got the call. He got his first call to go to the league, and his mom's put up some took out a loan and paid for him to stay in the city or something like that. Paid for him to stay in the city, and he got cut from like maybe his first
What?
two teams. He landed in Houston, and funny story about how he got clocked in Houston. Jeremy Lin, who had just robbed the Houston Rockets for like I think maybe like 3 years, 50. He had an ankle injury. So this shit all started for an ankle injury because Jeremy Lin came in practice one day. He said, "Yo, my ankle hurt." And Pat Bev was just chilling, but was just chilling. They was like, "All right, so Pat in." That was the year that the Houston Rockets first got back to the playoffs. I think with James Harden. It was
Okay,
him and
yeah,
James Harden
he
in the
was he was
backcourt.
a
Yeah,
pest over there.
yeah. So it was him, James Harden in the backcourt, and Jeremy Lin was like, "My ankle hurt." Pat was like, "My shit don't hurt." So he got clocked the rest of that year. That was the same year that he was guarding Russ. I don't know if you remember the play. He was guarding Russ, and Russ was going over to the thing to call a timeout. But usually the Thunder used to run a fake play where they fake the timeout, and then Russ would take one dribble, go to the basket, dunk that shit. And his trainer had told him to guard Russ. Make sure you guard Russ all the way through, bro. Like his trainer. So Russ had got injured. The game ended. He went to go do media. The nigga Pat went to go do media. They was like, "Yo, Pat, bro, you gotta do media because Russ had got injured." He was like, "Oh shit, he hurt." And then the very next day, he had death threats on his phone. Had a whole bunch of text messages talking about death threats coming from OKC fans and all of that stuff. The ball boy wanted to kill him. All types of stuff. He couldn't leave the. He talked about it on Players Choice on the playback. They got it up on their videos where I was watching that shit.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
watch
he
their content. I ain't get into a lot of the playback content, but I'm gonna check it out. I know they've been doing that as of recent. The
they
playback
they they got the
that's
playback
that
content on
platform where they
YouTube.
watch
Yeah.
the game, right? It's like they
They
doing the
got that on
playback way.
YouTube. They got
Okay.
the playback content on YouTube. So you could definitely watch that. But Pat was on there. Pat was cool as hell, bro. He talked about a lot of nuances of the league and how you could come out being an absolute dog and an absolute menace as a scorer or as a whatever, and you could come into the league and then you got to learn something completely different. They turn you into a specialist. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, usually if you're not a top five pick, and which Pat was not. Pat wasn't even drafted. He went in the league. Well, he I guess he went in the league drafted, but they say he went in the league undrafted. But it's a whole bunch of shit with Pat, man. But Pat, cool, man. Like Pat, real live, man.
Yeah, now a lot of these times I think, and I think that'd be dope if you did some of that content too, because you say you're gonna get into the being on the road content, which is dope. But just the stories of the players that don't always, and that's what I was telling Ice too. The stories of the players that it wasn't as easy as them getting drafted and getting playing time. Some of these stories ain't like that. They go to the G League, they play overseas, they go to the G League, they go back overseas, they come back, they get a spot, and you got a 10-day. Like, just mad shit be happening. Like Gary Payton's son. Gary Payton's son, his professional basketball career, it was not just in the NBA. He had to do mad stuff before he actually got a roster spot on the NBA, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just think some of that stuff be interesting, man, because people think it's so simple to just get on these NBA teams. It's really not. It's really not, man. It's actually difficult, but you know, that's just me being a fan of the game or whatever. Or we can react to what's going on X. I'm gonna react to some of this stuff out here. Rumor mill. Brooklyn Nets could package their picks together and look to trade up for Dylan Harper. Multiple franchises are keeping an eye on Brooklyn. Hmm.
I seen something
I'll put
today.
motion to that. I'll put motion
I,
to that. I'm gonna keep pushing that. Yeah, I want them to do that. Do that. Yep. Do that. Yep.
you said
But
well, it to me it depends what picks because I'm actually looking like it from all the conversations that we had. It seemed like we need more picks than a few. You know what I'm saying? I don't think if we looking for that one dude to basically change our trajectory as a team. I think we kind of looking at it far sighted, bro. Like I mean, I already know what we need as a unit, bro. But I ain't gonna get into that. But Dylan Harper would be a good first start. But
what you mean? That's why we here. Because my thing
yeah,
is this, bro. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time talking about the Knicks when I've done enough. The Western Conference Finals, you know what I'm saying? Predictions. Listen, I got OKC winning a tight game. I do. I don't think it's going to be no blowout. I think the Wolves going to try. But the OKC defense is smothering, and they're going to make somebody else score the ball besides Ant-Man. Unless Ant-Man just opposes his will, and I don't know, man. I don't know. But my predictions is that OKC win that game, man. So yeah, man, we here for it, man. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, I don't know. You know, like you said, I'm shy to because if we could get Fairs, that would mean everything. And I'm trying to go. Hold on, you gonna be in Brooklyn on June 25th?
June 25th, I will be here. This is because my last day in June will be June 10th. My last day in Brooklyn will be June 10th officially because June 11th, I got a couple of places lined up for where I'm going, but I'm gonna be taking most of my stuff. I already got my new postal address and everything down south. So, but I will be here June 25th. Yeah. I'm gonna mostly be doing family stuff, but I got to see what I'm doing around the time because got family and friends. I don't know. My mom's probably gonna want to throw me like a going away party or some shit or like a I don't know, man.
Yo, Lee, can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you. It sound like you off the mic. It sound like you in the kitchen or something.
Oh yeah, nah, cause they said I had Bluetooth. I just wanted to see how real it is, man. I don't think I got it. I think I do, but I don't know how far I could go.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Well, you could go pretty far away from the mic and they can hear you. I didn't did it on the computer, but I mean, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be around June 25th. I had to see what I'm doing. I might have family functions going on because um, I got family coming from out of town that want to see me before I leave town. So you know what I'm
okay,
saying? Because yeah, my look like my Brooklyn days is coming to an end. As well, at least as a resident, man. I mean, I've been living here since 1988, man. I ain't never really seen myself going nowhere, but I mean, it's bound to happen.
yeah, I'm interested. I mean, I'm anxious. I'm anticipating to hear the stories. You know what I'm saying? Everything you're gonna have going on out there. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dope. Um, yeah, man, you're a dope content creator. I'm glad you still gonna create Brooklyn Nets content when you move out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. If try to do something as most as possible because I got to see what the rest of my working schedule is going to be like. Especially come around when the season start back in November. But it's a good time for me to do it. It's a good time for me to do the move. Even though it's gonna be hot as hell in July. So, but it's a good time for me to do the move. It's a good place. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be closer to my woman friend, man, and her daughter and her family. So that's gonna be perfect, man. So I mean, it's just a new chapter for me.
That's what's up, man. Nah, that's dope, bro. Real shit. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Let me see. All right, what about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see something.
I don't know. It sounds like you're trying to change the volumes and the buttons a little bit or something.
All right, what about now? You can hear me now?
Yeah, you good?
All right, I'm just trying to see if this mic wanna work on these headphones. These tight
Uh,
ones.
I don't know if you was trying to change the volume or the buttons or whatever, but I can hear you a little. Like it sound a little bit different. It's like one sound like a mic, one sound like a headset, one sound like a Bluetooth. You usually tell the difference because the mic sound like a mic. Mic sound like all right, mic 1 2 1 2, like you in the studio with an acapella without the beat type of joint. So
Yeah. Nah, I don't know how. Hold on. Oh, I'm about to get tutorial real quick. Yo,
yeah, I'm here.
yo, you get me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Damn, man. Yo.
Yo, I'm here.
Yeah,
The hell happened?
man. This shit wild right there. Yo, I can't hear you though, Lee.
You can't hear me? You really can't hear me? Hold on. I can't believe I'm here. I'm here. Uh, plug the headphones. Headphones.
Yeah. Okay, hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
God damn it.
The hell did he just do? I
Hello?
don't know what he just did.
I said hello. Like,
I don't know what you just did. What you done plug the earpiece?
yeah, it's fucking,
He put it like he put in the microphone, but ain't put it in the
yeah.
actual
Can y'all hear
headphones.
Leaf? Throw some ones in the chat if y'all can hear Leaf, man.
I could definitely yes, they could hear me.
Tripping right now.
Mm, mm.
It says, hold on. All right, go ahead, Leaf. Say something.
Yo,
Go
you
ahead.
can hear
What?
me? Yo, can you hear
Oh,
me?
what?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yo, what the fuck? Oh
yeah,
my
I'm
god.
tight. Yeah, I'm
Oh
tight right
man.
now.
He can't hear nothing. Nah, he can't hear nothing. Hold on. Let me reboot.
But I can't hear Leaf.
Yo, let me reboot, bro.
I'm
You
tight
don't see
right
my
now.
mic moving?
Oh, now I can hear it. I hear
Yo,
it
you
in the
hear me
left.
now?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm like, what the hell? Yo, he unplugged the headphones but left the mic open, bro. I'm like,
I'm
shit.
tight.
What you done got? What you got? Like what you
Man,
got them?
I
You
got
got the
some
you got them
green.
Target joints? The joints from Target?
Nah, I went to PC Richardson, man.
Oh, you went to PC Richardson.
Yeah,
Oh,
I went and tried to get some official joints.
I
And for
thought you
what
was
it,
I thought you was gonna run the Best Buy or something, bro. Like Best Buy, they probably got some of the best joints, bro. Like in terms of the setup and everything. Like like to get the shit like you'll get like when you did the radio show with Tea Time, bro. Like when the
I
ones
think
you
so, bro. I think I gotta do all of that. I didn't want to do all of that. I just wanted to be able to just have a laptop, and because I want to be able to be mobile, because it's a laptop, I
right,
can move around and shit like that. But
right,
shit,
right,
man, if
right.
I gotta get the setup, I could get the setup, but
I
I tried with the headphones,
speaking of
man.
which, I got to get a new laptop because I'm trying not to do too much stuff on the phone, bro. Because that remind me, bro. I got to get a new laptop before this next season start. Because I make sure I have something to do my games, bro. So I'm gonna get something new before this joint start. Yeah, because I don't want to do all of this shit on the phone. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember. We had went to we had went to what's his name? SB's Talk Sports. We went to show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was
SB,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"Oh, this trash ass team."
Yeah, yeah, we had that leg drop SB, bro, like a bunch of
He
times. Hit him with
said,
the Hulk Hogan.
"He said, how y'all even get a show? Your team was
How the
trash."
hell you even get a show? You still living off the Jordan years, bro. Get out of here.
I was crying, yeah. Yeah, but I could see the from the logo. That's more of like a Lakers show. With do him and Gifted the Golden State Warrior fan. It makes sense that they got a show just because of the teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that Chicago Bulls show, that shit used to get me
I
mad.
ain't
Like
gonna lie. I could
I was
listen.
like, they ain't that much better than Brooklyn to get a whole show. If they could
I'm
get a
like,
show, we
bro.
could get a show,
Listen,
bro.
the crazy thing about it, bro. As a Packer fan, I had to go on the Cowboys show that they had. I cooked them a week before, because they thought they was gonna win a whole bunch of games. I literally can't. I ain't gonna lie. Them Cowboys fans got real upset with me. It's an episode still up there. You probably might be able to find it on Players Choice. They had a bunch of shit on Players Choice. The Warriors fans, I had to bury them. When they had that gold blooded or whatever that was. And then me and you went up in there and
Um,
stomped a mud hole in SB and his man's on that red blooded joint. So
mhm. DFS was giving them work. That shit was funny. Yo, I think Players Choice. Brooklyn show, they should give it to us, man.
I mean,
Like
yeah, I mean,
that,
yeah.
and we,
I'm with it. I'm with it if they get it. The Lakers show that they had, I had to step on that. Because you know how I feel about the Lakers. If they had a Celtics show, I was gonna step on that. But yeah, Players Choice had a bunch of stuff, man. I mean, with the joints that they was doing, they had the little once a week joints, man. But
no, but I'm
that
just saying, as far as teams, they got the Lakers. They got that's this with young Zeke.
yeah,
They
yeah,
got
was easy, yeah.
yeah, my fault, ZZ. Who else? The Chicago one
The
and the Golden
Chicago
State.
one,
So
the
that they
Warriors
only
one.
had three teams. Yo, I'm telling you, man. If they ever do a Brooklyn show, they need to. You know what I'm saying, give us a call, man.
Listen, by the time they do a Brooklyn show, bro, like listen, I'm expecting your channel, my channel, Nets, what was it, Nets Press, and everybody that do Nets content to be all the way up because they looking for us to do historic shit. In order for us to get that, bro, like we would probably be on the same tier as the Lakers and the Warriors because if you look at what they did, Warriors went to what five straight championships and won like three or some shit like that, whatever, however many it was. Then the Lakers, we know how many they won. The only team they was really missing was the Celtics. I mean, they did put the Dallas Cowboys up there, but I had to cook them. They ain't done shit in years. So
I would have to step my game up on player choice. They love you in the chat. You know what I mean? You be getting big player choice love, so
yeah,
I would have to step up just so you wouldn't carry. Like I ain't, you know what I mean, we gotta be like a duo or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like GP and Kemp or something.
I'm with it.
Word.
I'm with it, bro. Like, yeah, that definitely. I mean, the Shaq, we get some Shaq and Kobe shit going, bro. Like, we be right in the money, right in the money for sure.
I
But
think
yeah, but
my favorite show over there on Players Choice is probably the one with Big Ox and Chill. Like I like the panel. I think the panel dope, but I really like the one with Big Ox and Chill. Just them two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Bobby and Chill, man. I mean, I've been messing with Bobby since before he got his channel started. Bobby was always cool with me. Chill, he a little hard headed man than old, but I mean, I kind of knew who Chill was, man, even when I first saw him. You know what I'm saying? When I first saw him on screen. So I mean, Chill is somebody I kind of reckon with we bumped heads a little bit, man, but I reckon with him like right off the rip. But
Yeah, yeah. I met Big Ox, man. That was funny. I seen that concert with yo. So it was like, yo, I came to Brooklyn. I ain't see you.
his big ass got up out of there. Like that nigga 6'8", man, disappearing in 3 seconds, bro. Like how the hell? I was on my way towards that area, bro. I'm like, damn, you nigga, man. But I'm like, cause I knew the game when the Liberty game was going on that day, and I was trying to go and I had to go run downtown. I had to go get something from the mall, but I ain't had nowhere to park. So usually I park my shit. Like, you know how when you go downtown, bro, you got to park your shit like 3 blocks away from Atlantic Avenue to go
Yeah,
get some
man.
shit.
You gotta try to find that little skinny block around the corner for
Yeah, yeah,
T-Mobile.
yeah. That's what I had to get. Yeah, so I had to park my shit like three avenues up. I was on Fourth Avenue. I mean, I might have been on probably Bergen. I think on Bergen Street, and I had to park on the back block before I got to Third Avenue. Then I had to walk all the way to the mall, go get what I had to go get. I think I might have got a PlayStation controller that day. I had to bring one in because I was near GameStop.
Hold
So
on, hold on. Player one said, "What's happening right now?" We stopped talking about Player one. Funny. He asked me if I was doing a live tonight. He thought I probably wasn't gonna go on because the Knicks won. I say, yeah. Now I'm coming on so I won't get fined. You funny as hell. But yeah, nah. Listen, we spoke about the Knicks player one. If Brunson got a carry, the Knicks gonna lose. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's that simple. Y'all need those other players to step up, whether it be Cat, whether it mainly Cat. He's supposed to be the second option. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? This the same team y'all lost to get stayed in the second round. This is, and then now this is for the whole enchilada. This is, and
right,
y'all down 2-1, and y'all had home court advantage. Y'all can't
right.
get the home court advantage back unless y'all win the home game. So even if y'all win the fourth game, player one, you feel what I mean? Y'all still gotta win that fifth game. Y'all gotta win the fifth. Cause you know
Right,
what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like y'all automatically gonna win the fifth, especially when
right.
y'all lost the first one in first and second game. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I'm
Listen.
just
I have
saying,
nothing. I
man.
have
Like, what
nothing
you
else
want
to
me to
say
say,
other
player one?
than
You got some questions or something about the Knicks? You know what I mean? Because we was just talking about we was partying. We was just partying and
yeah.
shit.
I have nothing else to
But
say about that series until it's over, bro. I'll be honest with you, but I wanted to since you got the thing up on the screen, bro, the stealing situation for us to move up. The I'm cool with moving up, but it's just in terms of like what we're giving up, because I think we had this discussion like many different times. I mean, I don't know if you was ever over the
But
fence.
if we can get Fizz, how much you trying to give up if we get Fizz? Like, what's the upside of dealing over Fizz so much? Is it that much upside? And I remember you said that it's in his DNA, which is true, but that's true for both of them. His brother hoop too. His brother
Right,
played basketball too. Jeremiah's
right,
brother
right.
played basketball too. So yeah, I know Dylan's father played basketball. I'm just saying it's in both of their DNA. So I'm just like my point is this, Leaf. If we set on getting Fizz, I don't know how much I'm willing to give up to get Dylan Harper, because I don't know how much better Dylan Harper is than Jeremiah Fizz.
Well, here's the thing that we know about Dylan Harper. We know that Dylan Harper is gonna be number two. That's number one. The second part is we know that San Antonio got the number two pick. The third part is we don't know what San Antonio is going to shop. Because the thing is, San Antonio already got too many guards as it is, and he not going to fit over there with Fox and Castle and CP3 and all of them, bro. Like my thing is where is he going to fit? So I think that if San Antonio do trade is looking to trade him, I don't think they are looking to shop him where we're at. Like we got very few assets and we got very few players on contract anyway. We still trying to get rid of Claxton and we probably gonna get rid of Cam Johnson sooner or later just to keep our youth and build a young core and finish off a young core.
Yeah,
But
but hold on. Do you think it's realistic we could get Fleming at 19? Because I'm hearing no. They saying he a lottery pick now. I don't know.
I mean, listen. If we don't get him, we got to get Carter Bryant. If we don't get Carter Bryant, then we got to get Yegor. If we don't get Yegor, then we got to get Danny Wolf. Somebody like it's a whole bunch of players that we all like and we all sustainable too, bro. Like it seemed like this is the draft where we needed like 8 first round picks. That's what it seemed like to me, which is unrealistic
Bro,
as
come
hell.
on, bro.
But
If we and again, that would mean we would have to give 8 new players minutes. Come on, that's we got these 4 picks. I think we in good situation because you're gonna have
yeah,
4 new players in the
we are in a
rotation.
great situation. Yeah, I'm just talking verbatim. Like if somehow some way in these picks, bro, we get at least 3 out of the 4, 4 out of 4 players that we was actually looking at or we was talking about. We had long, extensive conversations about. We talking about Fears. We talking about Fleming. We talking about Carter Bryant. We talking about who was the other kid? Maynard. We was talking about Cockburner. Who was gonna be in the second round. We was talking about a lot of players. I like Danny Wolf. Ice like Fleming. I mean I liked Yegor. Somebody else liked it. Carter Bryant. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's
Yeah,
possible for us to get a good amount of these players, but it's not in our hands. It's up to the hands of our GM, and we gotta just see who he's gonna get, who he's gonna get that we approve of, and who's gonna develop into the players that we think they're gonna develop into, bro.
yo,
I
let's
can't blow
go.
my head up about this draft no more, bro. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
but
Yo, listen, Eric Horn. Listen, Derek Queen got a lot of motions tonight when it comes to the
yes, he
chat.
do. Yeah,
Like, so you know what I'm saying? I'm acknowledging it. I'm just saying, like, if we gotta use the 8th pick for him, I'll do it if Fizz not on the board. I'll do it if Fizz not there. If Fizz is there, yo man, listen, he got to
listen.
fall to 19, man.
I put it to you this way: outside of the top three, I only the only people that I entertained in the top 10 that wasn't in the top three was Fizz and Queen, bro. Like, I mean, Trey Johnson, we was just ha ha ha. We was just kind of pity patting at that, bro. Nobody wanted come on Con Kneppel. A lot of people is trying to grow towards Kaman Malawak because of the upside, and even though he's a raw prospect and he's got a lot more to learn about the game of basketball. He really only playing basketball for maybe about a couple years before he went to Duke. I get it, but I'm looking for game changers, bro. Like if I got 4 picks in this first round, somebody in this shit got to be a game changer. And Fizz is like the guy for me, bro. Like you like Fizz, I like Fizz, Ice like Fizz. A lot of us like Fizz, bro. Fizz, if we don't get Fizz, we might have. I would like for us to pivot to Queen if Queen is still there. But if Fizz is on the board, I want Fizz.
Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see what else going on, man. On X, man. Python usually talking his shit. Uh, Shout out to Python. Uh, Damn. Oh, where he chilling in Dallas?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I seen that earlier. They said Derek Lively was 7'1" last year, and now he officially 7'3". He was 7'1" last year. Remember last year Dallas was in the finals, bro. Like he was 7'1", and now he's
yo, he
7'3".
playing AD like
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, he towering over AD, bro. Like AD looked like a child compared to him.
Yeah, I dig that one, but I see what you mean. Oh man, what? Why homebro said that? Yeah, and that's Deli cooking them. Good shit.
Yeah, shout out to LBL, bro, because he had he had basically quoted me for something that I said a while back about the top 3 picks in this draft just because of the teams. They probably might not keep these niggas, bro. Like I mean, everybody's saying that Dallas is keeping whatchamacallit, keeping Coop, but I don't know if Coop want to be in Dallas, bro. Like, I mean, I'm not sure what he want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know San Antonio might want to shop whatchamacallit quick because they probably want a wing or something. They probably would want Giannis if they gonna shop there, bro. Like, it's possible that San Antonio could ship all of their future for Giannis and then pair him up with Wemby and pair him up with Wemby and Castle or something like that. So who knows?
Yeah, you saying this?
Yeah, I seen it. I seen it as it happened. I seen it
Yeah,
as
yeah, I ain't even see that part. I
yeah,
ain't see that.
I seen it as it happened. I seen it
Yeah,
as it
Ant
happened.
looking at him like, take it there, boy.
Yeah.
like,
People
like,
gotta
so it's just,
remember People gotta remember Ant from Zone 6 Atlanta, bro. Like, I mean, like it ain't much you gonna get away with Ant, bro.
yeah,
Like,
nah, that ass. He did look, yo, I'm telling you, he looked foreign. Like, yo, nah, he really from these parts. He like from the town or some shit. Cause he looked like a Canadian. He made Dort look like a Canadian when he looked at him. He just looked like he ain't from around here no more. Like,
right. I
yeah,
mean,
damn, what he did.
shout out to Lou Dort for making first team all defense though. Shout out to him, but I don't want to make it seem like Ant. You got an uphill battle, bro, with these OKC niggas, man. Like they not. I don't think they just gonna They rolled over for you in game 3, but I don't think that's gonna be the rest of the series, my brother. But you got a long way to go. What I'm noticing now, we on the subject, bro, about Ant, but I'm noticing that Ants. The thing is, Ant know how to get rid of the old heads, bro. Like on his list is You got KD. You got rid of LeBron. You got rid of Joker last year, who was like 30. You got rid of the Warriors. You got rid of the old heads, but what can you do against your ops? Your real opposition, the ops that's gonna be here. SGA is gonna be right in front of you for years to come. What can
Mm-hmm.
you do against him? I mean, we seen you pack Luca and LeBron up.
Yeah.
I mean, and we seen
No,
Luca.
I'm glad you said that because it's character says a lot. You know what I mean? Like, look at KD. He couldn't get past the Warriors, so he joined them. I don't see Ant Man doing that. But also, what happens too is sometimes I guess the honorable thing is to switch conferences, but not all
Yeah.
players do that. You know, but if you was
Well,
like a big player in the Eastern Conference, you want to go to the Western Conference or vice versa, right?
right. Right.
I don't know.
I mean, well, I look at it like this, bro. Like once you get to a point where you can't win in your respective conference, then and then it gets to the point where you getting older and older and older, and you're not as athletic no more. You're not as durable no more. You're not as you ain't got as much. You ain't got the fresh wheels that you used to have when you was younger. Because right now, Ant is what 23. I mean, he got a lot of years. He got a lot of years left. Yeah. So he 23 years old, and he got a good significant amount of years left. And I don't want to make it seem like he need to dip out now, but at the same time, Minnesota is already over the second apron. So you got to think about the free agency after this year. So you got Julius Randle, who's up, looking for new money. Nas Reed, who me and you talked about, bro. Like we everybody up that came up in here, we talked about how we wanted on the team. Nas Reed want to come back home. He want to come back to New Jersey area, whatever. So it's a possibility that he might sign with the Nets. Um, Mike Conley is old. He might retire. You got Rudy Gobert still on the bank, but the Minnesota Timberwolves after this year, they're gonna have to build that team around Ant all over again, and they're gonna have to do it in a way where they could still compete with the OKCs, because like this CBA is no joke,
You know
Breeze,
what I
bro. I'm
think?
telling you.
Yeah, and that being said, I think they got to start giving Shannon more clock. You got to sit Conley down, man.
Oh yeah, the T
Put
Shannon
Shannon
Jr.
in,
Yeah,
yeah,
Shannon
put him
Jr.
in the game. Let him see what he gonna do because
Right.
Conley is like in this. 20th year,
Conley
man.
is my age, bro. Like, I mean, he come on, bro. Like, Conley is 38, 39, bro. I'm
No,
like,
but what I'm
yo,
like they could easily double Ant-Man because they know Conley not a threat. Like in the finals, Western Conference Finals, and a team like OKC, they rotate and fast over. Conley, when
right,
he played for the Grizzlies, he could get past that rotation when the
right,
defense tried to rotate towards him because he could get to the paint and he could finish. He can't
right,
finish like he used to back in the day. So the
right.
defense know that, and they play that like IQ wise. Like, all right, we know what he fitting to do, so we ain't gotta do much. We gotta make sure we double Ant-Man, make sure he not hot. Don't get it. Don't be efficient. Just keep him off of his game. They ain't got enough shot creators for them to survive if we slow down Ant-Man. And I think they right about that, and it's because of that point guard. If they don't put Shannon in or a point guard that could take the double off of Ant-Man, they're gonna be in trouble, bro.
That's a
Like,
fact. I think they're gonna have to start playing some of them younger boys, bro. Like Shannon Jr., Rob Dillingham, bro. Like, yo, you're gonna have to start playing some of these young boys. I mean, because the thing is, Anthony Edwards is still young himself. He's 23 years old. He's been in the
word.
league, like, you know what I'm saying. So you like it's you're going to have to get some of this youth going, and because Julius Randle want new money, Nas Reed want new money. I don't know what Jaden McDaniels contract situation looking like, but Rudy Gobert is up there in age, bro. Like he's getting up there. He's in his 30s. Conley is a little bit like he a little bit way past what he used to be. So they gonna have to redo something with that team. And I'm hearing while we still on the subject before I navigate, well, what I'm about to navigate, since they playing OKC, it's a possibility that J Dub might not be there next year because he's looking at
Big
this
money.
yeah, he looking at big money because he made all NBA and all defensive team.
Yeah.
And he was an all-star this year. So I mean, like if you looking at big bank and you trying to get that in OKC, you already know OKC is too small of a market to be giving anybody anything. It's one of the reasons why they still don't have they don't have KD, Harden, and Russ to this day. They would have kept that. I'm guarantee you them niggas would have stayed there a lot more years. Money situation, economics, this CBA is no joke. It's
Mm.
no joke. You really got to be like if for any the first team that's gonna win back to back championships, I guarantee you, bro, they gonna win it. They gonna win championships while they go to players is getting pennies on the dollar.
Mm.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, no,
that's how it's gonna happen.
I totally agree. The part of the reason why I said I know y'all don't want to hear it, but why they should play Cam Thomas. But I was saying that too about what you call him, but I was wrong about dude. He was not good. I think his name was I forgot his name, man. He went to the Sacramento Kings though. But I
You
thought
talking
he was
about
going.
Keegan Murray?
Yeah, no, not him. No, he used to play for us, and then he went there after that, and he was like in the second round or something. But I thought he was gonna be good, but he wasn't good. But I was focused on him being good because we drafted him, and this is before the CBA. But I just wanted to be a podcaster, a vlogger that, you know what I'm saying, see who was gonna be great on the Nets before, you know what I'm saying, they actually got minutes. So I studied their game. I was a student of the game,
I think you talking
watching
about
them
Harry
play.
Giles. You probably
No,
talking about Harry.
man, not Harry Giles. He was a small forward. I think it's. I keep thinking of Kerry Kittles, but it's not Kerry Kittles. It was something else, man. I forget his name, but he was like a small forward, but he couldn't shoot for shit. Like his
Right.
defense was defense. I mean, his defense was decent, but he could not shoot, bro. Word. And he was a player that we drafted. So, again, like you said, there's a lot of players that we could get that could make a successful draft. The reason why I asked you where you was going to be at on June 25th is because the Barclays is the draft day. And I heard Jay, I think he was saying that the tickets is going to be like $50. Like the big, we went and we seen the biggest package, pause. But they got the tickets where you could just get in a building. I
Right.
just need to get in the building to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm moving around like I'm a super duper somebody in there. But I might know somebody that knows somebody. You know what I mean? I might be able to see what's good with those draft picks. I might be able to shake their hand or something.
Right.
Word.
Because
But
I feel like that building June 25th, bro. That it's gonna be a lot more Nets fans than usual, especially in the past. But when we didn't have no picks, it wasn't no reason for us to go there, bro. Like a
I
lot
was
of
about to
people was
say, you
packing.
been to one? You been to one?
Nah, I ain't been in a draft yet. I haven't.
This will
I
be my
mean,
first time ever.
I would consider going. Definitely this year. Being that this gonna be this supposed to be my last year in Brooklyn. Um, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I would probably consider going. I gotta see what's going on that day. I might have other family joints going on, but whatever. But I mean, cause I'm getting my little farewell tour before I get up out of here. Cause my mom's is leaving Brooklyn too. Like pretty much most of my family's leaving Brooklyn. We all splitting up. My mom's she got a house out in Long Island. So well, my pop's got a house out in Long Island. My sister moved out in Long Island. My other sister moved to PA. My brother probably still gonna be in Brooklyn. Maybe he thinking about moving upstate or something like that, probably White Plains or something like that. So we all are all around. I'm pretty much the only person that's gonna be moving the furthest. I'm gonna be in I'm
Yeah.
gonna be miles away. I'm gonna be in Texas. So
Yeah, you sound excited for the move, man. That's dope.
yeah, I
Kessler
mean
Allwitz, man. Yes, him. Go ahead, Lee.
Kessler
But yeah,
Edwards. Yeah,
Kessler
right,
Allwitz.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's who it was. Kessler Edwards. You talked about him countless amount of times.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was wrong about dude. He couldn't shoot. He had good defense and he could rebound. He had the intangibles, but you know what I'm saying? He couldn't put the ball in the basket. So
exactly.
it is what
So
it
I
is.
mean,
We should.
all I'm gonna say about the draft is this.
No,
Obvi-
hold on. Let's slow it down because you, not just you, but other fans, they be like, yeah, it's the other things. Yeah, Kessler Edwards was the other things, and we had to trade his ass because he could never make a basket, man.
Because he could
He
never
did
do the
all
main
the other
things.
things but score the ball. He could
You're right.
rebound. He played defense. He hustled. He was gritty. But when and they would reward him like, all right, you gonna get open. We're gonna look for you to score the ball. Like you did all of that. You deserve to shoot the ball. Dude, man, missing. Hey, he hit everything on the rim but the net. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Listen,
ridiculous.
I listen. I put it to you this way, bro. Since we on the subject of Kessler Edwards,
Yo, easy wilding in the chat.
I don't know what Easy doing in the chat, man. Leave. All right, all right. Yeah. See. This is the shit. This is the shit that could get you on timeout. See, he's doing that. See, you wilding out. You
He
wilding out right
said,
now. Easy. This is the shit
"This
that can
is
get you on
your
timeout.
time out." Okay.
Exactly. But the reality with like a player like a Kessler Edwards, even though we drafted, it just goes to show you the history of the Brooklyn Nets draft picks even before June 25th this year. We didn't have anything in the top 10. That's the bottom line. And now that we do,
Yo,
now that
Leaf.
we what's up?
You know what I just noticed, Leaf?
What?
No, nobody don't want to talk to us when the Knicks win, man. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
I mean, I wasn't even thinking about that, man. Listen, the
Nah,
Pacers. The Pacers are still up in the series, bro. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of, bro. Like, I mean, I feel like the NBA could possibly, the NBA would definitely allow the Knicks to run off the next three straight games, bro. Like, just to
That's
try to get the money, just to try to get the money up, bro. Because I mean, obviously, the Knicks is drawing a lot more money than OKC and Minnesota and Indiana. Like, it's a fact, bro. Like, I'm not gonna deny that, but the better
nah,
team
but
is in.
see, my thing is that's not entertainment. Like I understand the E and all of that is supposed to be entertainment, but the truth is that like it's only so many blowouts you want to see a team come from. You know what I'm saying? Like again, it's one thing to draw it up one way like that, but don't draw up everything. Like even if they are drawing it up, let one of those games really be competitive to see who really better than who. Like say it's tied, it's not tied, but say it was tied 1-1. And that third game, that icebreaker, that should be a real competitive game. You know what I mean? Everybody know what it is. This is a green light game. One of those games where it ain't what the Vegas say. It's about who went. You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta have some of those games, even if some of them are like what you was probably would say, with Vegas calling in and this and that. Nah, some of those games they gotta really compete. Like some of them crossovers is real. some some of them back downs is real. They really got to take some of those charges. Yeah, they professionals. That's true, but and they making millions of dollars. But I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
man. I really do think that the Pacers is a better team than the Knicks, man. And then the Tibbs was under pressure to play more his bench because he felt like he was going to lose if he didn't. There's just certain factors that if you don't do it, you're going to lose, even if quote unquote Vegas is in on it. If Tibbs didn't play those extra players, the Knicks was gonna lose this game, bro. I just think
Well,
that's
yeah, yeah, definitely, bro. But the reason why I focus on not the and it's definitely not entertaining the shit that they doing, and the shit in the way that they drawing it up. But we got to remember the NBA is a business. They're in the business of making money and making the most money out off of a product that they're gonna put to the NBA Finals. Now, if we really look at it for really what it is, bro, like if we rivaling if you want to rival OKC, you got to rival them with something that's going to draw money because I like on paper if you in a boardroom meeting on paper, you think if somebody bring up if somebody say, all right, they were walking around the room and they say, all right, what do you got for the finals? OKC and Indiana, they the two best team. Indiana's a good offensive team. I think they could give OKC a run for their money. Yeah, we could do that, but this is a business boardroom meeting. This is not a basketball boardroom meeting. It's a business boardroom meeting. I could almost guarantee you that Adam Silver is sitting in a room full of suits and ties, bro. That's working on how to get the New York Knicks into the NBA Finals, even though they're not a better team than the Indiana Pacers.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's the corny part of it. You know, them just again, my thing is the hub teams. You know, the hub teams is the Knicks, the Lake, all the teams that the NBA started with. Like, no. Again, the NBA has shown success from the fan base or business wise by making it a different champion and even investing in the teams that don't have championships, like the Denver Nuggets, like the Grizzlies. Granted, the Grizzlies not, you know what I'm saying, fitting to win nothing right now, and they may have to deal with the CBA right sooner than later. But they did invest in them. They invested in the New Orleans Pelicans. They invested in the Pacers. They invested in the Sacramento Kings. They invested in these teams that don't have an NBA championship or haven't won in a very long time. You know, shit. The Knicks don't have to go to the finals. Fans are still gonna show up if the Pacers go to the finals. This would be their first finals. Halliburton being a young player, bro, he could have fans based on that. You know what I'm saying? They could look at it that way too. You know, in your lifetime, you seen this team win the NBA championship. Automatically, that's going to gain new fans. The Knicks are going to have fans regardless. So even on the business side, it makes sense for the Pacers to go to the finals. You feel what I'm saying? And again, that's an ABA team, so I got love for them because of that. You know,
Yeah,
shit. Spurs got a
I,
championship. Denver got a championship. Now it's only the Pacers and the Nets. If it's the Pacers winning, I feel like confident that the Nets can win. You know what I'm saying? NBA championship. Facts.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. If the Pacers somehow do win this whole thing, man, that means that the Nets is the only team left, and they on the clock. So realistically, like
Yep.
like the Pacers winning it for the Nets, it highlights something, but at the same time, it basically it basically puts us on the dotted lines, bro. Like, yo, these other three teams was able to do something. What happened in the Nets and what they were supposed to do, this, that, or the third. All I could say about the small market teams that have won in the past, in these past couple of years, if you want to say Toronto, who we got? We got Toronto, we got the Bucks, we got the Denver Nuggets. what we got to do is look at the graphic that we always look at when it comes to the Nets. The Nets is a top six organization in terms of the money gross. I could guarantee you the Toronto Raptors, even with a championship, is probably not even top 15. I could guarantee you that Denver Nuggets, even with a championship, and even with a three-time MVP, is not even top 15. I could guarantee you the Milwaukee Bucks, even with Giannis and what he has done, is not even top 15, bro. These teams are one-hit wonders. Nobody cares about them. They won a championship. That's for the fans to remember. That's the highest they ever gonna get. Toronto probably won't never win another championship ever again. The Denver Nuggets probably won't never win another championship ever again. The Bucks probably won't never win another championship ever again. So the reality is that the NBA feels the NBA is looking after their bottom line. If they're in the boardroom meeting, I could guarantee you, now that the four teams that's left is on paper, bro, and three of those teams is considered small market teams, and you know that other one is going to draw money because of the fan base alone. I can guarantee you, bro. Listen. Do not be surprised if the Pacers lose the next three games. Do
I'm
not.
not saying that. Yeah, I hear you. But again, I like to focus on the fact that I think it's a shift. I don't think this Celtics is going to be this super duper team. I think the Cavs window is getting smaller and smaller. Well, I won't say smaller and smaller. If they smart, they keep that group together. If the Cavs keep that group together, but I think that we're gonna see Orlando be a rising team. The Indiana Pacers is a rising team. I'm talking top four. Definitely the Pacers. They was four this season. They're gonna be a top 14. Cavaliers top 14. The Knicks, they window to what they do with Mikal Bridges this season is gonna be interesting. They gotta sign him. If they don't go to the finals, do they keep Cat? These top teams, that's the top teams because, like you said, the CBA is going to impact whether or not they stay together. And again, we going to be all in the mix of that paradigm shift. We building our team, yeah, building our core, but how long before we look at the roster like, yo, we need to build something now and attack, or build slowly. It's interesting what route they were going to take, but if you ask me, I would say build slowly. I want to see us have the coach have a lot of to say and how things should run on the offense and the defense, and not just make the GM look this or that way because he landed a quote unquote star player, and again, that's all because of what they did on a different team. So
I
chemistry mean a
mean,
lot, man. Chemistry don't
chemistry.
really show up on the stat sheet, but chemistry mean a lot, man. So
Chemistry do mean a lot, but I mean, in terms of the CBA, and I go back to what I said earlier, bro. The team that's going to be winning multiple championships is the team that has most of their top three players on that team on some Dejounte Murray friendly contract type shit. To where like they stuck in the hole for like 3 years, and they probably making 21 to 19 to 21 million a year, because this CBA, bro, it's no joke, bro. Like, I mean, it seemed like if you making over 25 and then the cap go up, which is gonna go up after this year, yeah, you good. But if you're still getting players that's making all NBA teams and they didn't get paid yet, now they're looking to get new money. Now you got to come out of pocket and pay them new money or trade them somewhere else where they could get new money. These are the things. I think the Memphis Grizzlies kind of dodged the bullet this year, because if Triple J was on the All NBA defensive team, they would have had to come out of pocket and give him top dollar. The same with
yeah,
John Morant. John Morant missed last 2 years because of injuries and whatever. For not being on the All NBA team, but I'm staring away from my point. My point is this: in terms of the market, like the quote unquote market, the Knicks is really the only team that still lives off of the market. I'll give you a perfect example. Go look at the Lakers. Without LeBron and without Luca, the Lakers would be where they were when they had Lonzo Ball on the roster. and then when Kobe just retired, they would be nothing. You know what I'm saying? So the market outside
Yeah.
of so like
It
just to
depends.
continue.
It depends on the fan bases. Like a lot of these fan bases so rooted that they gonna root regardless, bro. The Laker fans, I think they gonna root regardless. I don't. I just think that the Lakers, they just so in bed with the NBA, like they the NBA West, so they gonna get what they want on a regular basis. Like
Right.
I ain't even tripping on that. What I'm saying is, in all of the things that they do, they gotta know that for one, they didn't design Penn Station the same way as Atlantic for no reason. Like they made
Right.
Atlantic mirror that for the access for fans to go there. So to invest in us, is the reason why I left this tweet up, because before we, what I'm saying, go talk about this and that. I just wanted you to speak to this tweet because you mentioned your name. So I wanted to know what was going on. I always peruse through X, see what's going on. I see they, I'm saying, I think he was mentioning something like this earlier in the pod. So I just wanted to see what was going on with this.
Yeah. I was mentioning something. LBL had basically basically requoted basically what I was trying to quote once the draft lottery came out and we knew who the top teams was. If we really look at it from the landscape, bro, the top three teams, it's a possibility that the players that they draft won't still be on their teams. It's a strong possibility because I was saying how San Antonio really needs a wing, and Dallas really needs a guard. But we all know number one is going to be Cooper. Is going to go to going to be picked by Dallas, and number two is going to be San Antonio. They're going to pick probably Dylan. And we're hearing now that Philly don't really want Ace. Philly probably want somebody else, or this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So Philly want to run it back with somewhat of the team that they got, this, that, the third. So these young players, I think the NBA, bro, like kind of had their own envisions on who they wanted the top three picks to go to. But the thing is, I think the GMs in the front office, they got other things in mind in terms of how far they want, where they want to go, and how far they want to go. With those picks, you know what I'm saying? So all three of those picks,
But yo,
it's a
but that's what I'm saying. Like, all right, granted, fans can't stop the NBA doing, and let's add Brooklyn LM to this conversation. Please. Brooklyn LM join the panel with us. Um, I don't want them to mess with the lotto balls for pause, like whatever it is, and even if they can be clear with us and show us the actual, you know what I'm saying, balls pause floating in the thing or whatever, and then you just got, you know the first three teams with the worst record, they got the same amount of balls pause, and it just, you divvy it up after that how necessary. But case in point is, let us see it. I don't care if Cooper Flag go to the Celtics. If that's the real pick, like if that's how it really supposed to happen because of the odds actually playing out, I think that shit is interesting. I don't think they have to control that part of it. And I understand the business side of it that they more than likely do. But I don't think they have to. I think fans are still buying. I just wanted to say that. But what's good, Brooklyn? Hello.
Yo, I'm just listening. Um,
How you feel about the and I'm not trying to be funny, but the the Spurs getting 1-4-2. Now again, I'll say it to you. That's exactly what the Brooklyn Nets would want. We will want, but we didn't get 1-4-2. We got 8, and then the next one. Let's say if we, damn, if we do it
I
in
mean,
night.
the funny thing is the Spurs were projected to be where we at. They were supposed to get the eighth pick. Um, so realistically, if I'm seeing all this rumors or whatever, or supposedly that Sean Marks may be looking to trade with them for the second pick. Um, I don't know if it will happen, but if it does, it will kind of make sense because that's where they were projected to be in the first place. So if he can make that happen, I mean, I'll say go
But
for
when
it.
okay, but when you say it makes sense, so how it makes sense for the Spurs, how it makes sense for the Brooklyn Nets. To me, it makes sense for the Brooklyn Nets to have Dylan Harper, have Jordy Fernandez to be his first coach in his NBA career. That make a lot of sense. But how does it work for the Spurs though, Alan?
From well, it works because you already got two guards in De'Aaron Fox and Castle. Um, you don't really need the Dylan Harper there. A three guard lineup. Uh, to me, Dylan can't really play the three, nor can Castle.
What's the
Uh,
possibility of them going
so
after Ace?
it could. That's what I'm hearing. They probably
They
would
said
want to.
too.
They might, pull Apollo Banchero and take Ace. Like it was, when Jabari was projected to go for first. So I mean, I don't know. They could do that. I would think they would, but at the same time, I think it would make sense for the Spurs to do business with, honestly, us because Cam Johnson helps. You need spacing in the lineup next to Wimby. You get a vet, somebody who he's been to a finals. You know what I'm saying? You need a vet to help that team. Y'all need spacing. Castle ain't that good of a shooter. Neither is Castle. So you need a
You said
wing
Castle
that
twice,
could.
bro.
No, I mean in terms of being a shooter. He's not a good shooter.
Nah, man,
Um,
but you said Castle twice. You said Castle is not that great for
Yeah,
the Brooklyn.
Castle and Fox is not a good shooters in the backcourt. They're as of yet.
They more floor
Um,
runners, you know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right.
line
So
drive.
you need a three, a wing there. At least Cam Johnson 6'8". He makes it a little bit easier in terms of having
What's the
some floor space.
possibility of Dallas and San Antonio trading number one and number two straight?
Mm,
Because
I
I'm
mean, it
I'm
would
I'm
make
told I'm told
sense.
that I'm hearing that Jason Kidd really likes Dylan Harper a lot.
It would make sense. I mean,
I mean,
San
to
Antonio
put
needs
somebody
Cooper Flag more
in the
than
backcourt with Kyrie, like, and you just, mind you, you just came up off of Luca for
right.
AD, and now you get the opportunity to put another 6'6" big guard in the backcourt with Kyrie, who won't probably be back until December, January.
It would make sense. Spurs need a wing and they need a point guard because Kyrie is out for half the season. So I think if they was talking about doing business, I think they could potentially talk about switching. They especially with Kyrie out, then Harper makes sense. And then when Kyrie come back, you could just slot him to like the two guard spot, and you'll have Dylan and Kyrie in your backcourt. That still works. I well, if I'm Nico, I don't know what's going on in his brain. Who knows? I know they said they're selecting Cooper, but you never know with him.
I don't know.
And
Somehow, somewhere, I still see San Antonio coming out of this, coming into the next season with Cooper Flag on their roster for some reason. I don't know what it is. I just don't think Ace. I mean, Ace is a project to a lot of teams to me, bro. Except for us. I mean, I feel like if we got Ace, we put him
I,
out
I
there right
thought
away.
I
that's why I
thought
said it makes the
with the
most
Spurs
sense
too.
for
I ain't
Brook.
gonna
If,
hold you.
if Sean Marks can do it without giving up too much, I feel like it makes sense for him to try to look for some deals to get up to the top three. Because Brooklyn, let's be for real, bro. Brooklyn needs Dylan or freaking Ace way more than Philly or San Antonio do.
But
Like
hold
that's
on.
just
But
the
no,
bottom
but
line, bro.
hold on. I was asking Leaf this. What you think the gap is between Fizz and Dylan? Like, what's the difference between the two?
I think
What's the
that
upside difference? Like,
the upside difference is that one nigga is 6'6", 6'7", and he's damn near NBA ready almost. Like his player comp is Cade right now. Cade Cunningham, think of Cade Cunningham at this second. That's his playing comp.
Right.
But at the same time, Fierce has proven that he can score and he can play and he can play make and he could pass and he could facilitate and he could do a lot of the same things even with not being the same height and the same stature as Dylan. So realistically, the gap it's a gap, but it ain't significant. It ain't a wild,
I
it ain't
think
a
the only
broad
thing
gap.
Dylan will probably have.
I just think Dylan. Dylan is ready to take over a Nets or a Wizards or a Hornets right now. He's ready to take on that spot right now. But so is Fizz. So I don't think this is one of the reasons why when we got out of the top three, I immediately pivoted, bro. I was like, okay, all right. I mean, let's be honest. Most of the conversations that we had outside of the top three, Fizz and Queen's name came up more than anybody's. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, Fizz and Queen's name came up more than
I don't
anybody's.
I don't think Fizz offense is the question. For what I'm hearing from a lot of scouts, they're worrying about what is this on ball defense going to look like. And I think that's something that Dylan Harper so far has over Jeremiah
Yeah, he
Fizz.
does. I
As
I
to
think he
where
has that.
he has more on ball defense, he's bigger, he's stronger. That's a guard that I mean, you seeing, jumbo guards right now have success compared to the smaller guards. I mean, who's the smaller guards left in this series? What, Jalen Brunson, uh,
Yeah, that's
McConnell.
about it.
You
Bronson.
know what I'm saying? So it's like, what success are we really gonna
I
see? I
mean,
mean,
listen, I don't
besides
like
I
Brunson
think
at
I think
all,
it's
but I
that
mean, but
I think it's the defensive liability. They run a lot of pick and rolls above the 3 point line. A small guard easily could get caught up in the mix
I mean,
trying to guard a small forward. You can't. You know what I
I mean,
learned? Like,
but here's the thing. I
hold
don't
on.
think Fizz is a defensive liability. I
No,
don't
no,
think we have
but
any
no, no.
real
What I'm
footage to
saying
prove
is,
that.
I'm just trying to add to your point about the 6'4", 6'6" thing. And I seen they said him without sneakers is 6'2", whatever that's worth. But case in point is, if he's 6'7" for real, and again that NBA pedigree, yeah, that mean a lot to me. But I'm saying all that to say, as a jump shooter, they jump shooters because when you jump that high, like all you can see is the rim. Like you can see over the defender hand. There's nothing there, bro. It's just you in the rim. That's why you don't want a small guard trying to guard somebody 6'7" on the wing. He could just easily see over for the easy J. So for defensive, I'm not saying, like y'all saying Fed's not a defensive liability. I mean, so if we got 8, I don't think we should do the most to try to move up unless we get Ace or Cooper. Like that ass. Because I don't see where the gap y'all talking about between that much. The way we need to move up 6 spots for Dylan if we get Fizz. Like, do we even need to do all of this?
I mean, some people think it's Dylan and Fizz is a huge gap just because of the jumbo point guard thing, and you
Mm.
really don't know where Fizz, depending on where Fizz go, like is he gonna have an impact right away as compared to Dylan, who I don't know, he's the most NBA ready. You'll probably argue that whatever team which is why it don't make sense for him to go to San Antonio, because Castle is already being marketed upcoming as the next point guard, depending on or two guard depending on what they do with Fox. So it's like he doesn't make sense there. It would make sense for Sean to look at getting a 6'6", 6'7" point guard who's having comparisons to Shea and Kay Cunningham, and try to see if you can make that work and get them on the team. San Antonio would do good with they would do good with like a Con Canuple or a freaking Malawak or a Queen or whoever the case may be. Those are players that really fit them as compared to anybody in the top three. So if
Yo,
you looking
yo,
to
before
trade
I forget to ask you, Brooklyn LM, you trying to go on June 25th? You trying to go to the draft? I heard they got a ticket for like $50.
I gotta see because I think that's my mom's birthday. We supposed to be doing something.
That is
On
my
June.
mom's birthday. Rest in peace to my mom, but that's her birthday for sure.
Yeah, my mom's birthday is on June 25th too. So I'm trying to see if we doing something or not. But if not, cause she probably gonna go out. But if not, I'm definitely trying to be in there for sure for our first lottery pick.
Oh yeah,
Um,
nah, I don't expect to see Mom Duke birthday. Shout to
yeah, yeah, you're right. No, that go.
nah, I'm always remember that. You got the same birthday. That's real. Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, if we just, I'm hearing a lot of people, especially Dylan, because he's making up scenarios as to where they do a 3-team trade for Giannis to get into the mix to go to San Antonio, and then we get the second pick. and the Spurs get like Giannis and I guess the eighth pick, and Milwaukee gets like Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Sohan, and then just mad plethora of picks from San Antonio. Like it could be a three-team trade, um, which I think would benefit if that happens draft night. That would be
So
crazy.
wait, so y'all definitely trying to go after Giannis.
Uh, if I'm listen, if it gives us the second pick, I'll say do it. Screw it, do the three-team trade. I'm
So
with it.
so wait, so the three team trade would be what? Y'all the Bucks and
I think Dylan, according to Dylan's mock trade, he said Milwaukee would get Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, Keldon Johnson, and 20. I think the Hawks picks and some other picks. We would get the second pick. And I think no, I think we would get Keldon Johnson. I'm sorry, we would get Keldon Johnson in the second pick. The Bucks will get Devin Vassell, Jeremy Sohan, and a plethora of picks that they have, and then the Spurs would get Giannis, supposedly, and I guess some picks from Milwaukee, and that would be the deal. So I mean, if that's the case, I'm with it. I think that's a trade that works out for everybody. Uh, Milwaukee gets, sends Giannis, and they get back capital, which they desperately need to rebuild. We get a freaking top two pick in Dylan Harper, and we've been arguing we need a point guard for this team. He works, and I guess the Spurs get what they want in Giannis to pair up against Wemby, and you still got Castle, you still got Fox. So I mean,
That's
it is what
tough.
it is.
You know,
So I think that works out for everyone.
damn, I hope the AI clip that, yo, because they want Wemby a number one draft pick to be in the playoff as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? Putting Giannis on your team, that's going to happen. You know what I mean? Um,
Ooh, but it's why I said it's
exactly
smart
how
to
you
do it
said
on
that trade.
draft day.
That's tough.
Like
What you say?
it would be smart to do it on draft day. Like June, if you looking at trades, I don't think that'll be an offer that offer is too good to pass up on. Like especially us having to imagine us having the second pick in the draft. Like that the high we talking about 8-2 would be the highest pick Brooklyn has had in years. Like
Right.
that shit would be amazing. And we get
So
our
you would
star
take
franchise point
Dylan over
guard.
Ace with the second pick?
Uh yeah, yeah, I think I would. I mean, we do. Like I said, I think Priest made a good point about the point guards with Halliburton and Brunson and Shea and these guys making impacts on their team. I think we
That's
need the point guard locked up. We need a point guard locked up for the foreseeable future. And then in 2026, you got a plethora of wings you can choose from. You don't even got to be in the top three,
I think
but you got a plethora of good wings you can
I
get.
don't even want to talk about that shit because us getting the eighth pick this year already it already blew mine in terms of all right, yo, if we get a point guard, bro, we could at least get this train rolling to the point where we looking like a like with the way that with the way that we were coached and the way that we played. When we had a point guard, bro, like we could at least look like a a 10th seed or a ninth seed, bro, putting us in the plan. Then we'll probably mess around and get a better pick if
I
we get
mean,
in the plan.
if
So
you take Cam Johnson and Claxton off this team, y'all think we making a plane?
if
But
we take
if Cam Thomas is coming in as the oldest player next year, I do not think we're sniffing a
I don't think
plane.
I only asked that, bro, because I didn't think we were gonna do anything, but it seemed like the CBA is kind of demanding us to like spend money this season because the money is gonna go up. Obviously, we're looking at from like what was originally supposed to be 60 to probably about maybe 70 something, 70 something thousand cap space. So it won't surprise me if Nas Reed and Jonathan Kaminga get money as long along with Cam Thomas on this team. It won't surprise me, bro. Like I mean, listen, I don't mind Jonathan Kaminga. I mean, for 3 years, what 70, bro? Like Cam Thomas probably gonna get that. I mean, Cam Thomas probably gonna get 3 years, 75.
We
I'm
probably
cool
should
with
back
it.
him and Daylon and Zaire. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
mean,
about
not
anybody else
Nas
though.
Nas Reed probably gonna get 4 years, 65 or 70 or something like that. I mean, I don't mind it. I guess. We need players. I mean, them niggas are technically them niggas is bench players, but we need players, bro. I mean,
If
I
we get
think we could
Nas
do
Reed with
something.
Cam Thomas,
If we get Nas Reed with Cam, if we pair Nas Reed, Cam Thomas, and Kaminga
bro,
together,
we gonna win like 30 plus games.
Probably.
I think we a 10th seed. I think we
We're
a
probably
playing
around
team.
30.
I think we a playing team. We
Barring
we
injury.
we
No, we
we not
like
we
an
are not a
8,
50
7,
we are
7
not a 50 loss team with that with them niggas.
Hell no.
Barring injury. I think.
Okay, barring injury. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about. I think next year a huge thing will be Cam Thomas' health. Like he cannot play 25 games next year. He just can't. He has to play at least 77 or 78. Like
That's
I would
true.
like for him to be not be injured before All-Star weekend.
That's
Like
true.
that should be the main goal for him moving forward. Like health is important. We know what he can do, bro, but we need to see him healthy doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
yeah, no, I don't want to disagree with that. I think it'll prove that you can build around him and him actually, you know what I'm saying, having fans like me pretty much last season. We did a lot of backing him, but we didn't see a lot of basketball. The short stints that we seen or I seen was good, but it's only a little sample size. So I want to definitely see him. You get that bar is high as hell. I ain't gonna lie, but I want to see him meet that. If Cam Thomas could play 70 plus games next season, that'd be great.
I think he can do it.
That'd
He played what 60? He played 67 last year.
Yeah.
I think he can do it. I mean, that's not that far from the 70 range. He definitely can do it.
hmm Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I had to, yeah, I want to enforce Cam Thomas. I'm rather him a combo guard than trying to force him to be a point guard. I'm putting him next to Dylan Harper. I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's another thing too. Him in the backcourt with Dylan. Like if we make that
Dylan
decision,
Harper and all Fizz, I'm cool with that, bro. We're probably like you got Fizz, him, Kaminga, and Nas Reed, and probably I don't know who our center gonna look like. The center position gonna look
yeah,
like, but
I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie. In this trash ass East, that definitely might be a playing team. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know if the East is trash so than more so than it just falls apart on certain times. Orlando just fell apart. I think Orlando was a top 14 at minimum. I don't think Indiana was better than Orlando at full strength. Cleveland had a year for the ages, but we seen them fall apart in the playoffs in the second round. We seen the Celtics fall apart, bro. Like I mean, shit. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I can't say trash East unless the East is falling apart. But what I will say is the team that seems more durable is the team that's scoring easier, bro. And it looks like Indiana got the recipe. This is the second year in a row. Well, they was missing Ben Mathurin last
Man,
year,
where you
but
at, man?
you
Where'd you
said
go?
you said what?
Where you go? You coming in. Sound like you got the window open. You doing 75.
No, I ain't gonna lie. He did sound like Optimus Prime. I ain't gonna-
Yeah, I thought he was doing 90 on the empty yard, some shit, man.
Yo, oh my god. Nah, but
Uh,
Dylan, I think Dylan Harper and Cam together is like that would be a nasty combination in terms of somebody who could guard the big point guards, guard the Cades, guard the Shays, guard the Lucas. You know what I'm saying? Not stop them, but just give them enough resistance to uh just guard and have enough switchability in the lineup. And Cam able to do what he do, especially a point guard that can find him in his spots where he don't really got to do too much. He can be there for the catch and shoot. Can be there for the cut. You know what I'm saying? Mid range, just get easier shots. Um, he can help Clowney in a lot of ways. You know, him being a spot up. Um, if Claxton is not traded, which I don't think here's hoping, but he may not be. Claxton not being traded. Um, he can help Claxton with lobs, be a lob threat. Um, you know, I don't know who our three is going to be. Probably Cam Johnson if he's not traded. Uh, or Kaminga, whoever we get, can help those guys get into their spots in rotation. So, um, he could work, man. He could work, and he'll be our franchise point guard. Like we haven't
Yo,
had
I
a
just
franchise point guard in since kid. So I mean,
facts. No, that's a
we
fact,
seeing how the
man.
point guards is working in the playoffs right now. Like the point guards are the answer. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
point guard, aka floor generals, need them to be able to facilitate, find guys, get them touches before it's their time to shoot. Again, it's a plethora of things, priceless. Listen, these tickets don't cost that much money, man. $63 for two tickets, or one ticket for $63, or two tickets to $63 in total. Either way, I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be in tune. I'm gonna be in tune with y'all. I know I'm finna close out so I can put these clips up. Shout to Brooklyn LM for joining the panel. I definitely wanna, do like a student of the game episode where we just look at the different rosters and see their draft picks and how long it took them to get to as far as it did. Just kind of like getting a gist what it may or may not look like for the Brooklyn Nets. But I want to say thank you to Brooklyn LM, thank you to Lee for joining the panel, thank you to the chat. Um, and again, man, we'll be back soon with more content. Nets fans is the best fans. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
you saw y'all.